Tell me when you're ready. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming in and listening to my speech this evening. I do appreciate that. Tonight, I'm going to talk with you about the burden of debt and what it means to be under that debt and why it is so painful for most families. I'm going to cover 3 topics with you, and at the end of my speech, I would hope that you would all have a better understanding of how dramatically debt impacts your life and your family. Now, there are many people who have a real difficulty with debt, and debt is a very quick enslaver, if you will. You become very quickly enslaved to debt. It has the ability to rob you of the freedom to use the money as you would decide, rather than sending your kids to the college of their choice or retiring in a fashion that you would like. Debt prevents you from doing that because you have to pay the debt back and you have to service the debt. And the USA Today states that in July of 2008 there was $92 billion in consumer debt, credit card debt, just last summer. Now if you imagine taking that and applying the average interest rate of 15%, there's several $billion of interest added to that on a regular basis. The Fortune 400 is 400 of the richest people in America. 75% of them believe that the easiest way to become rich is to get out of debt and stay out of debt. Now what I'd like to do is give you an idea with the 3 main points that I will be covering with you tonight. My first main point is debt is financial quicksand. My second point would be that debt will enslave. And my final point will be that with hard work, you can easily find yourself outside of debt. And now that I have covered those, let me go into that first point that I'd like to cover with you. The financial quicksand is what you'll find yourself with debt, because it has an undertow ability, meaning that you've got the debt, you pay a balance off, or you don't pay the balance off and you carry that. Well, there's interest upon interest upon interest, so there's a compounding effect to the interest that you carry. And it's due to the reason that people spend beyond their income. We look at what we want rather than what we need, and we have the I've got to have it now mentality. So when you're in that situation, I'd ask you to consider your needs versus your wants. My second main point is that debt is a quick way to be enslaved to the money that you earn on a daily basis. Rather than having the job that you desire, you have to take the job that meets the income needs so that you can satisfy that debt. Rather than living in the town that you'd like to live in, you sometimes have to choose to live in places that you can afford rather than you enjoy. The commitment to repay is quite a burden as well. There's the fear of loss of assets, or there's the fear of bankruptcy. And my third final point would be that with hard work and with determination, you can live a cash-only life. It will take a great deal of effort on your part. There are steps that you can do to bring you to that place of having the ability to pay cash and not be burdened by the debt. Dedication, effort, and willpower is needed to do that. But it would be better to be in control of one's finances than have finances in control of you. So in conclusion, as I have shared with you about the burden of financial quicksand, that debt will enslave, and that with hard work and will, you can have a cash-only life. One of the biggest points that I'd like to make for you tonight is that you learn from the mistakes that have been made. Learn from others' mistakes and learn from your own mistakes. And learn to live a cash-only life and learn to be free from debt. Thank you.